going to see people.
Alright, thank you guys for coming and congratulations again. So, as you can see, we have plenty of press over here, and maybe if you can answer some of their questions. Even the podcast. Nice. There is the trouble. So if you can answer their questions, that would be nice. And I think we just start and you pick whoever you like.
Yeah, before we start, Miracle is not feeling well, so no questions for him for this press conference, I'm sorry.
Yeah, guys, you heard it, so here we go.
Did we just ask questions to the sorry?
Maybe raise hands?
Yeah, you.
So congratulations, guys. I wanted to ask you, one of the teams that you based with the, let's say, less well-known players, and you've been practicing a lot, taking part in almost every tournament, which teams like EG and Team Secret don't do, because they get invitations. Do you think it's one of the reasons why you were so successful in this run? Because you participate in a lot of tournaments?
Yeah, I'm good. I think playing all these qualifiers and playing all these games before coming here really helped us a lot. And I think going through the pressure and stress of playing a lot brought out a lot of the issues that every team goes through and gave us the learning experience we needed to win this. I don't think we would have done nearly as well as we did if we didn't have those experiences coming with that many games.
So I won't direct the question to you specifically, and I think it's because at the beginning of the year with Cloud9, that's sort of how it ended with Team Secret. Throughout the year you placed well with Cloud9, but there was always, people always seemed to, always direct a lot of disappointment to you personally as a player with performance, and said that, you're not as good as you were before. But now, to top off the end of the year, you actually just show and win the biggest tournament around. How does that feel personally to you as a player, specifically too, since it's the biggest win of your career?
I'm not going to lie, that it feels really good. I feel a lot of accomplishment. I feel like I proved a lot, but at the same time, the truth is, I'm not the best player on this team, and I'm not my fullest potential. I think I have a lot more to learn. And I think a reason why people look down on my performances in C9 were because I was having external issues and we were having team issues that easily translate into how we all play. But winning this tournament, I feel like all those past experiences also comes back to help me.
Congratulations, by the way. First question is, how did you feel to basically play 18 games until the last game and beating almost 2 Chinese teams and the top 2 teams in the world? Did it help you guys because you were in lower bracket, or was just the pressure was way too high and you just had to make a decision based on your experiences?
I think playing from the lower bracket definitely kind of gave us an advantage in a way where we could really see what went wrong in the group stage and correct it for the main event. And the more we kept on winning, the more we learned what works for us, what doesn't work. And I think it pretty much gave us momentum. And once we had that momentum, we pretty much beat everyone, all the good teams, because we were really on the roll and we knew how to play the game the best way. So I think it definitely helped us to get on the lower bracket. Go ahead.
Yeah, so you guys had an impressive run throughout the lower bracket. When did you guys face the most difficult challenge as a team during the lower bracket? I mean, I assume that there was a time where you was like, oh guys, maybe we're not going to make it after all. But when was that moment when you guys said, okay, this is the biggest challenge that we've overcome?
The biggest challenge was Virtuous Pro. We have always struggled against the Russians because their playstyle is unorthodox, and even though we are a better team, playing against the Russians is like gambling, because maybe like 1 out of the 3 plays will work, but 2 to 3 plays they make won't work. But when they work, they really work for them. And that's why we are moving to games like games to VP, to Vega, to Empire. And our boys scared to lose to the Russians. Even though I favor us 65-35%, 35% of the win is still very high.
So this is directed to you, Clay. I assume that you're the captain of the team overall, right? Yeah, so it kind of follows this question that now after seeing you manage to defeat teams like Evil Genius and win that secret in the grand finals and even E-Home, what was it that made you lose to Vegas twice? Was it what Moon sort of explained with them preferring sort of gambling style of play, or was it something else where just they, I mean, you just block?
First of all, Vegas is a good team. Sure. I think they should have been top 8. I think their road was pretty much the hardest. They got to play EG and then they got knocked out by E-Home, I believe, which are two of the teams I rate highest. So I think we were very disconnected in the group stage, and because we lost twice, the next day we were like, all right, we gotta be on the same page for now. So what we did is pretty much we talked for like 2-3 hours. And we discussed how we want to play the game, which heroes do we value the most, and how do we want to, do everything. And then the next day at the time we played, we were all on the same page. We knew exactly what heroes we believe in. Because say, for example, one person doesn't believe in some random hero like Storm Spear. If one person doesn't believe in it and we pick it, we're probably going to lose with it because he just doesn't feel confident in it. So that's what we went and did, and went on with that. Go ahead.
Hi guys, congratulations. In an interview with S4 earlier, you mentioned that since Alliance screened off you guys to both place in Europe, that he noticed that you guys are able to get a lot of very comfortable picks and combinations in the draft, just because you want as experienced to play against you. Could you, Fly, talk a bit about if that was the case against Secret as well, and some of the games where you got combinations where you figured that perhaps Happy would not have let you have those, had they practiced more?
I feel like we definitely had the upper hand most of the drafts in Secret, because we just have a higher hero pool, at least it felt like it. I was mostly surprised it didn't go with some of their niche picks like the Bounty Hunter and the Chen. We were really expecting it, but it kind of went from a standard. I feel like, having Notail, he's one of the most versatile players in the game. He can play pretty much every hero in the game, including people. So that always gives us an advantage. For example, they didn't really see the Brewmaster coming, even though we ran it before. But he's one of the only players who can make it really work. Moon also super versatile. So I think that we have that going for us. I feel Weehound still, he still has and doesn't have enough heroes, but he plays comfortable, at least that I know. So I feel like when they picked the Alchemist, we were pretty much won this game because he's not as comfortable in it, and we have all the heroes we believe in. So.
If I may, one more crit. People are extremely impressed with the consistency and high level play that you've also portrayed in this tournament. Could you talk a bit about what your personal reasons kind of are for this very high performance? Does it have to do with the fact that you guys have already come so far and you're just able to say screw it and go with it? Can you talk a bit about what's your mindset?
I think it was way easier for us to perform coming from the lower bracket since the pressure on us was not that high. Especially in the later stages of the lower bracket was a big advantage that we didn't have to feel the pressure when we were one game away from the elimination. Against E-Home, for example, I think they fumbled a lot the last game. We stayed calm and we've been in this situation before, so I think that's one of the reasons we could get a high level at the lower bracket.
I'm interested in comparing Dota with chess. Maybe that's not possible, but maybe you have an idea about how could we compare and which part of the game maybe more difficult or even or something like that.
But chess master here.
I used to play chess nationally when I was young. It's very similar to Dota because I always put myself in the opponent's mind. What they're going to do, what are they thinking, what hero do they want to pick. Before someone used to win to try to kill my team, I already know what I was going to do. So I would just TP and sit behind and just right here. And if people say I'm a very aggressive player, it's because I know that they are tanking someone's lane. And I have no vision, but I'm like 90% sure. And it's similar to chess. I just put myself in their shoes, and I know I kind of think, because I put myself in the enemy team's killer's shoes, and I'll ask, what would I do if I were him? And I will always make calls to my teammates, and I think a lot of those calls will save multiple, save my teammates a lot of times.
As a team, what special preparations did you make for facing EG and potential secret data?
Could you just want to answer?
We didn't really prepare at all. And it's not like we didn't want to, but we didn't really have time because we played late yesterday. And we played at 11 today, so we didn't have time.
But I think this matchup, especially versus EG, is something I mean, personally, I felt very good with it because we studied them a lot at MLG, and I didn't feel much different playing this EG than the MLG one. So you can't always, prepare for your opponent like it's the first time you play them. Sometimes you have to take past experiences and feel good about that. We played them before, we studied them before. It's not optimal, but it's at least something. Go in more prepared.
Good luck.
You guys actually lost only 2 games in the tournament, both to Vega. What's so special about those Russians?
I said Russians are very aggressive, and sometimes I try to put myself in their shoes, and it's wrong. It turned out horribly wrong. I push him, the 9 push him, I don't even know what I think he plays with instinct like an animal. So I cannot think like him. This is why sometimes he keeps killing me 5, 7, 8 times. Right. I lost my game. I lost my team again.
Hey guys, like I
3
said,
more minutes left, so 3 questions, please.
Vega is definitely top 18 in my book. Definitely top 18.
Yeah.
Congrats guys. This is mostly a question for you, but also for the team. I know for a fact that you've been playing like insanely much before the tournament. There was no day in the last 10 days before the majors when you didn't play a game or you weren't on the ticker. I'm asking especially you because you've been playing for Cloud9 and Secret, which had a different approach. I mean, they were really selective on tournaments before big events. The question is, do you think that having more official games is better because you have the pressure of actually winning something? Because it's when it's a scrim, you're like, it's a scrim, whatever. But with official games, you always have a stake. So do you think it's better to have more official games before big events? Do you think it's more motivation in preparing, or do you think scrims are actually better?
Yeah, sure. I think it's a little tricky because while playing a lot of officials is good, because it puts you in a more realistic situation, because when you scrim, people don't take it 100%, no matter what, we say, oh, we're going to take it 100% today, it never happens. People play 75%, 50%, 10%. So playing officials definitely helps putting ourselves in the mindset of playing, after all, to the majors. So we were kind of used to this whole mindset of playing officials and being tired all the time. But yeah.
Okay, last question for the day. Choose wisely.
Jan, you choose.
I only have a request because of our hub news agency for the Frankfurt New Press. I need, even if it's not visible, a short picture together, standing up, holding.
Can I ask a question before?
Okay, then last question.
I just wanted to ask, I heard many players told me that trust is very important, how you're with your team. You two have been known for your friendship, so I just wanted to ask, is the synergy built around friendship, and how important the personal relations, let's say, in the team are, and did it help you to go that far?
For me, what's important in Dota is, what is most important in Dota is the things that are outside the game. Because for 5 individuals that have to try and play as one, that's optimal scenario. But for you to achieve something close to a single unit, you have to be able to trust each other, and for you to trust each other, you have to like each other. There's a billion factors outside the game. Being good enough at the game is not enough to win a tournament. It is not enough to even get top 3. This is what I really like about the game. So, someone like Miracle, he is so talented at the game and so talented at playing alone, but if if it wasn't for his, niceness, his genuineness, the reason why we like him, his talent wouldn't be able to be used in a team, and he wouldn't be able to achieve, what we achieved today. So I value it more than anything.
I agree. That's what Sidek was so good at, yeah.
All right, one of you for last answer. So thanks for your time. Congratulations again. Guys, so whatever you want, whatever you need, maybe with the trophy. With the trophy, yeah, with the trophy. Hello, guys. And just let me